What's up? Happy Good Friday to y'all. I'm here. My name, as some of you may or may not know, my name's Chrysostomo, and I'm sad to say that Norb couldn't be here to pay off his bet, so I'm here to do it for him. As you know, Atlanta Falcons fan, SLITA, David, SportsLiveInTheATL, misguided, deranged Falcons fan, NorbCam made a bet with him that the Seahawks would win. Obviously it didn't happen. So now Norb had to pay the price. The price of admission was, had to paint his face red and black. And on top of that, send him a minifigure of his Seahawks football team. A little helmet. You know, about this size. Anyway. Falcons won the game. Can't believe it. Sucks. Anyway, what I'm here to say, I'm representing NorbCam today. I had to put the red and black on. The Falcons cap. Which some of you may remember, I wore this in my little Star Wars video. For those of you who saw it. Anyway. That's the deal. Bet paid off. Thank you very much. See you later. Alright. Had to get that out there. What's up, y'all? Yes, this is NorbCam coming at you. So I just turned into the devil, says Ian. Oh, what's up? Yeah, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in on this Friday evening. I'm still calling it a Blue Friday, even though I'm in this messed up paint of mine. But as I said, I did do a bet with Sports Live in the ATL. David, Atlanta Falcons fan, we had our deal. Loser paints their face in the other team's colors and has to send a mini helmet of their team to the other guy. So David, you will receive your helmet tomorrow. It should get there tomorrow. And here I am. Man of my word. Owned up. Said I'd do what I would do. My Hawks didn't quite pull it off, but I did my thing. So not happy about it, but a bet's a bet. My word is my word, so there you go. I figured, you know, if I'm going to go red and black, I might as well do it cool. You know, and while I did not like episode 1 very much, Star Wars, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, Darth Maul was a pretty cool character. In fact, they should never have killed him off so quick. He's one of the cooler villains they introduced with the double-edged lightsaber, and they killed him by the end of the movie, which was a waste of a good character. Anyway, so I figure if I'm gonna have to go red and black, I might as well do something, you know, something that I could at least think is pretty cool. There's not a whole lot of red and black things that I dig, but Darth Maul was a pretty cool character. So what do you guys think? Not too bad, huh? Anyway, let's see who's all tuned in here. Anthony D, Brian, Bridger, Miguel, Mindy Playa, Ryan. In fact, what the hell, he didn't even do the bet last time you met before this. No, actually, if you, Dave, Sports Live in the ATL, he did do his bet. He did follow through on his end. In fact, I got the picture to prove it. It says I can't do it on the screen right now. I'll show you right here. He did do his side of the bargain. In fact, here it is. There you go. Let's see if I can get that right. There you go. That's David, Sports Live in the ATL, back when we beat him at our house. See that? The light's kind of messed up. Anyway, I think mine's a little more creative, though, if you ask me. I get more points for style. Anyway, so I don't know if you're watching this down in Georgia there, David, but chime in if you did, if you're watching this. AA Perfect, Pinoy Pyro, Colton Thomas, what the F? Cool Beast, Jezba, Quentin D hopes the Falcons win. Dang, Russell Wilson, this sucks. Yeah, tell me about it, man. Pinoy Pyro, you look good. Looks good on you. Should be a Falcons fan. No thanks. Frisco 2K, Cool Beast, DG Productions, Electric Wiz, Ryan Pitts. Yeah, I can't believe we lost either. Bridger Stevens, Penny Octa Cole, what's up? Chase Kramer says Falcons are going to win it all. This is what I have to say about that. Okay, looking ahead, we get down to the Final Four of the NFL. We've got Packers, Falcons, Steelers, Patriots. None are good choices. Not that I would root for anybody really, but I mean, in the AFC, it's a lose-lose situation as far as I'm concerned, and pretty much how any Seahawks fan should be concerned, because it's the Patriots for one, and it's the Steelers. The two teams in all of our Super Bowl appearances, the two teams that we've ever played. The Steelers Super Bowl sucked for many a reason I can't get into right here. And then, of course, there's the Patriots. And, man, if we had won in Atlanta, we would be playing on Sunday here for a rematch against the Green Bay Packers for the right to go to the Super Bowl, to get a rematch in the Super Bowl with either the Steelers or the Patriots. It should have been, man. This would have been the colossal matchup of Seahawks and whoever we would have ended up facing. But the storylines would have been off the hook. But it didn't turn out that way because the Falcons got in the way. So disappointing. All comes down to that play, that holding call on the punt return by Devin Hester. I know I'm living in the past, but deal with it, all right? While many of you will argue, and David will say, oh, well, Seahawks couldn't stop the Falcons the entire rest of the day, we still would have won the game. But there's something to be said about momentum. There's something to be said about timing. And at that point of the game, the momentum was swinging, the pendulum was swinging big time towards the Seattle side. And when we got called back and they eventually got that safety, that took the pendulum the complete opposite way and took all whatever energy we had left to try to get a win on the road, sucked it all out on that one play. Because that's a swing of going 17-7 potentially, and instead you go, safety, and it's just not good. So anyway, that's how it is, though. Tough to win on the road, and let's face it, the Falcons are a good team. They have a deservingly, MVP quarterback in Matt Ryan, which he is darn good. They got a lot of weapons on that side of the ball. So I think they're going to put up a pretty good fight. Now, I guess if I were to make a prediction for the championship games this Sunday, as much as I hate to say it, I think it's going to be Patriots over the Steelers, and I do think the Falcons are going to edge the Packers. I think even though Discount Double Check has been playing out of his mind the last few weeks, going on a just crazy run to close out the season, I think the magic runs out here once again in the NFC Championship game to give the Falcons an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. And then that's going to be a really tight game. But that's my guess. That's what I'm predicting. What do you guys think? That's what I think is going to happen. Double A Perfect. I'm going to go back to some shout-outs here. Double A Perfect. Race number 1. Miguel Fuentes. Jaden Alarde. Alicia Willoughby. Jody Thiem. Sam Parrish. DG Productions. Ryan Pitts, Delta Fam, the Diamond Panther, what's up? I'm gonna skip down here. Tony Likes Noodles, cool name. Nameless Tucker. I hate to have to root for the Steelers. Yeah, no kidding. Chris Manzano, good job, man. You look like someone from Star Wars. Yes, I am. Like Darth Maul from Star Wars, Episode 1. Alright, let's see, where are we here? Go down, go down, go down. Jaden, Philippine, Pinoy power, baby. Like Doug Baldwin. Alright, I'm going to go a little bit further down. LB Dodger Blue. A lot of stuff going on in LA. Alright, I'm going to AJ Nelson, NorbCam. It's AJ from the Renton Seahawkers. Hey, what's up? It was a pleasure to meet all you guys and attend my first Renton Seahawkers meeting last week. That was awesome. And yes, you're right. This is much better in blue and green. Maybe I'll have to try this in blue and green. Go with a little, maybe green where the red is and go blue where the black is. I think it'd be kind of cool. Kind of fun, actually, putting that style, you know, the design together. Axel Martinez, Bronson Cadmus. The Bucs will win Super Bowl this year. Oh, I meant 2019. EA Mobile God. Why am I dressed like a Falcon fan? Well, just explained. Had to pay my bet. Seattle Seahawks rule. It looks so wrong when I'm wearing Falcons gear. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Caleb Christ. Is it Christ or Christ? It's just weird to be saying Christ and it's somebody's real name. All right, I'm caught up. Okay, so while I have this broadcast thing going for a little while longer, I am open to your questions since we'll do a little informal NorbCam live right now. So I'm game. What's on your mind? We can talk Seahawks. We can talk Star Wars. We can talk NFC Championship. Whatever's on your mind. I got about 15 minutes here to do so. So while I'm waiting for your questions to come in, Pongbot, please don't make these bets anymore. It stresses me out, but nice take on your loss. Bronson wants to know, do I play fantasy football? I do not yet. I've been eyeing it from a distance. I know tons of people who do. I'm intrigued to do it, but I'm busy between life, running my own business, and then trying to do videos on YouTube, and then, you know, having kids and everything. There's only so much time in the day, and I know I'd get big time addicted to playing fantasy football, and then something would have to give, and it would be very frustrating. So I have not taken the plunge. But believe me, I've thought long and hard about it. Do you think the Seahawks will get good drafts? Well, hopefully we're not losing a draft pick. I don't know if you guys have been watching the news, Seahawks news, but Pete Carroll made a little faux pas in his press conference and stated that Richard Sherman has apparently been nagged by a knee injury all season. And then he forgot to, as he was saying that, forgot the fact that you're supposed to disclose all of your knee injuries or all your injuries on the injury report, and doing so is a violation of the NFL policy. So now we're being investigated and potentially could lose a second or third round draft pick. Just to add insult to injury, or more like the injury to the insult. I'm actually not sure which one it goes through, but not good. We'll see what happens. We'll know in a couple of weeks or so, but considering that we've already been dinged a draft pick, a fifth round draft pick, for having too much contact during practice, I don't see them going too easy on us, so we'll see what happens. AJ Nelson wants to know what Star Wars movie was my favorite. Gotta go with Episode 5, baby, Empire Strikes Back. While that was probably one of the more depressing Star Wars movies, it's cinematically and as a movie buff, that was, I think, just from a direction, writing, production standpoint, I think that's the best movie of them all. So well done. Directed by, was it Erwin Kirshner? Anyway, wonderful movie. Star Wars, the first one as a kid, had the most impact just because it's the first time seeing Star Wars and being exposed to that world. But Empire Strikes Back, definitely. Jameson Lyman, what do you wish for next year for Seattle Seahawks? I wish for a lot of things. Ultimately, I want a Super Bowl berth, an NFC West crown again, NFC champions, and trip to the Super Bowl and a victory. That's ultimately what I want. But to get there, we're going to need a lot of things. We're gonna have, now we need a corner now that Deshaun Shedd is down. We're going to need some depth at the line, interior linemen, the defensive tackles. Probably need to get some defensive ends too. Offensive line, actually I think we're good on center, and I like our guards, but we need help at the tackle position, and we need depth as well, and probably depth at safety also. Extend Chancellor's contract, and I think Jimmy Graham is back, and they probably extend him too, which I am support of. Let's see, what do I think about Roger Goodell? Well, that's a complex question with lots of different sides to it. But I think my main thing, and this isn't really Goodell, this is more like the competition community, but I just wish they would stop messing with the game. Quit changing the rules. Quit moving the extra points around. Quit moving the kickoffs around. We don't need to make everything ultra competitive. I'm traditionalist typically by nature. I don't like to change things a lot, but I don't like when they change fundamental things about the game, because then it kind of makes games from the past mean something different because the rules are now changed. I understand the safety and all that stuff, but man, if they get to a point where they legislate out kickoffs, I'm going to be one unhappy football fan, because kickoffs are one of my favorite plays in the game, and they're trying to take it out. They've already gotten to the point where you see kickoffs less than half the time that they did before, but I just hope they don't get it out completely, because that would be a shame. That'd be a big shame. Is this the first bet I lost? No, I actually lost a bet to a Tampa Bay fan when we lost to the Buccaneers. It wasn't much at stake. I had to change my Twitter profile to the Atlanta Falcon logo. Oh, sorry, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers logo for a week. So, wasn't that big of a thing, but yeah, I had to do that. So yeah. So what am I? I'm 1-2 on bets this year. I don't usually do a lot of bets. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm 2 for 2 because I beat Delia back when we played the Eagles. We had a little bet. We did our music video, the Eminem video, and check that out if you haven't yet. I'll put it in the comments here below so you can link to it. But I never really gave her any consequences. We never agreed on a result of the bet, so she never actually had to do anything. It was more of a moral win for me, and I kind of felt like I was kicking her when she was down, because the Eagles haven't been so hot. Didn't do too well this year. So yeah, so I'm 2 for 2. So I forgot about that one. Ryan Pitts wants to know, how many games have I gone to? Holy cow. I can't really calculate all that. I mean, I've been going since '96. There's like 8 regular season games a year. A lot. A few hundred. So, a lot to count. Plus postseason. A lot. KM Ludke, can I have your autograph? Sure. I need something to sign, and I'll be happy to. Anyway, email me if you have questions. norb@norbcam.com. Adrian Nino, I'm a real Seahawks fan like you, but better. Better? So you say. Chris Manzano, so do I want Atlanta to win it all? I'm not rooting for anybody, but I'm rooting hard against certain teams, like the Patriots, like the Steelers, like the Packers. So I guess if you go down that road, there's one team left that I dislike the least. So leave it at that. What do I think about the Pete Carroll and the Richard Sherman thing? I'm still trying to make sense of that whole thing. I had talked about that a moment ago, but if Sherman was injured, he sure didn't look like it. I mean, yeah, he had a few down, plays where he gave up some yards, but it wasn't to my eye, it didn't look like he was having a bad season and struggling and everybody wondering what's wrong with him. It was more of his off-field stuff that was more the issue, and I don't see how a knee injury explains that anyway. So I'm a little puzzled about the whole thing. Just not real crazy on how things have gone, particularly off the field. in regards to Sherman. Game challenge, what's up? Sam Parrish, best wideout going into the conference championship. Asking me which is the best wideout. Antonio Facebook Live Brown, arguably maybe one of the best receivers in the game. Julio Jones, pretty good too. Those two guys would be fun to watch. Probably got to go with those two right now. Do you like the new Pro Bowl thing they're doing? I haven't been watching the Pro Bowl very carefully. I'm not sure if there's something new that I missed. I don't know if you're talking about the new format where they're kind of making it like a fantasy type, thing where they pick the teams. I mean, I think that's kind of cool, but the game is still a joke. I mean, I think it's cool that they have the Pro Bowl just for the honor, so the players get the honor of being in the Pro Bowl. But the Pro Bowl game itself, it's one of those things that you can have an all-star game in basketball, you can have an all-star game in baseball, and they could play hard and it's fine. But football is the one thing you can't go all out without risking yourself to long-term potential injury, and nobody wants to do that for a game that doesn't mean anything. So I don't know. I think they just need to change that to something else. I don't know, more like a skills competition or something. Heck, make it flag football and just have the guys with no pads, no helmets, and you can just see them all up in their shorts and t-shirts and they just play like that. I don't know. But all I know is that the game itself is kind of pointless. They're not going to hit each other. You're watching, it's like they're dancing. The linemen are dancing with each other, So, anyway, they should just have no linemen, and the people just they just go one Mississippi, two Mississippi, three Mississippi, and then they rush. That'd be better. Game challenge. I think I did give you a shout out, didn't I? Cam Ludke, we signed Parrish Cox earlier. Yes, we did. Cox was actually on the Seahawks, I believe, at one point. Now he's back as a veteran guy, which is all right. Not exactly a game-changing name that I would just doing cartwheels over when I heard about it. But we need depth, and he's got experience. What do I think about Russell Wilson trying to bring back the NBA Supersonics? He's all right. I hope the Sonics come back to Seattle. To be honest with you, I've been kind of tuned out on the NBA ever since our team got taken from us. So I'm a little bit one of those disgruntled Seattle guys who really is not a little bit could care less about the NBA right now. Norb, you mail off is Hawks helm. Office. I have no idea what you just said. Con 3 Ori. Sorry, I don't understand your question. Bronson Cadmus. I think 3 was best. The ending was the best. Star Wars. You mean Star Wars episode 3? You mean where Darth Vader is created and he goes, no! Sorry. I had to roll my eyes when I saw that part. Didn't work for me. Ryan Pitts, how cool are you 1 to 10? I'm a cool 11. How about that? Humble too. Adrian Nino, Norm, I want to meet you. I live in Chicago. Well, hey, maybe one of these days I'll go to a game in Chicago. I've never been to a game in Chicago. That'd be pretty fun. Are we going to lose Tom Cable? Pinoy Pyro wants to know. No, he was in the running for the 49ers job. That's going to go to the Atlanta Falcons offensive coordinator, Shanahan. So at this point, Tom Cable is staying put. Water Jabbers, are you psyched about the next Star Wars movie? Yeah, I'm hopeful about it. I actually really liked the last one, Rogue One. I enjoyed Rogue One. It was a pleasant surprise, to be honest with you. It was strange to watch a Star Wars movie where the very opening credits didn't have not having that in the scroll was a little bit strange, but I really liked the movie. I thought it was gritty. I liked the action. The humor was good. Yeah, quite enjoyed it. Brian Ramirez, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. Yes, that was very sad this past year. Chris, I already answered the question about the draft. Next year, 12-4. I hope so. Who do I think the 49ers' new head coach and general manager will be? I don't know, man. I don't know who's out there. I'm not sure. Should we keep Hester? I was wondering that same thing, but then I think the question came up, and I heard that he may be retiring after this season. But which is too bad because he had a heck of a game. So considering that we don't know when we're going to get Lockett back, I kind of like what that guy was doing. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they could talk him into staying another season because Hester looked darn good in that game. XC for Christian X Gamer. Will Earl Thomas be back next season? Oh yeah, he'll be back. He had a few emotional tweets where he said he was considering retirement, but I think watching enough Seahawks games and watching how we were playing without him made him go, man, these guys need my help. I'll be back. J Fight 21. If Deshaun Watson goes to the Packers, Seahawks, or Patriots, do you think he will become the starter quarterback? Seahawks aren't going to get Deshaun Watson. That's not going to happen. So I don't think he goes to any of those three teams, to be honest with you. President Trump, what do I think of our new president? I don't talk politics on here, so sorry. Not one of those subjects I like to get into on YouTube. Do you think, Alicia Wallaby, do you think our offensive and D coordinator should be fired? No, I don't think they should be fired. I think, give them another season and let's see what happens when they don't have quite the injury bug and with an offensive line that's 1 year more experienced, and let's see how it looks. I'll have a better feel about it next year. Jesse Rodriguez, 1697. Do you know the Archfiend? Yes, I do. I've watched a few of his videos. Eagles fan. I don't know that question. Dakota Bryson. Do you know Christopher Miles or Skinny Miles? Yes, I do. I've chatted with him several times. Cool cat. John Williams, fire everybody. Yeah, fire them all. Just level the whole thing. Scorched earth policy. XC for Christian X Gamer. Feel bad for Lockett here. Yes, that was a brutal injury, and he was just catching fire. You know what I mean? It's like all the injuries happen at the worst possible time. A1 Kevin. I'm a Cowboys fan, but you're one of my favorite NFL YouTubers. Well, thank you, A1 Kev. I'm curious to you, as a Cowboy fan, how devastating was that loss last week to the Packers and the manner at which they lost, and the fact that you guys, I assume, had been thinking it's going to be Super Bowl all the way, considering you really had nobody behind you, or you never had anyone to have to worry about being in first place the entire way. How devastating was that for you guys? I'm sure it was not a fun game to witness. Juan Rodriguez, we need to sign Walt. I think he wants to say Chatler Wones. Chatler Wones. That's funny. Very funny. Walter Jones. Lucas asking about the Sherman hurt knee thing. I talked about that already, so I don't want to go into it again, but let me just say that I don't think the injury makes any sense. It was more of a Pete Carroll backing up Sherman type of thing, but I don't think it's going to work because it may end up just hurting the team and this potential draft pick loss. Adrian Nino, do you think Russell Wilson will be better next year? Heck yeah. Look, Russell Wilson, there's no doubt that he was off this year. He missed a lot of throws, but look, he was injured from game one. Had that sprained ankle, and then he gets his knee tweaked 2 games later. I mean, it's a miracle that the guy was even able to take the field. Most quarterbacks probably would not have even been on the field given the injuries that he sustained. Yet he managed to do it because he rehabbed like crazy. From what I'm hearing, they were waking him up every 1.5 hours to rehab. So in the middle of the night, he would wake up every hour and a half to rehab the knee so he could stay on the field. I mean, that's dedication right there, man. So, I think that's a big reason why he did not have a very good year. Because, the thing is, it's his knee and his ankle. But the reality is, when you when you're as a quarterback, even though it's your knee and your ankle, it affects your mechanics. So, not only was his running game affected, but also his ability to throw the ball, everything, affects all that. So, it explains a lot for why his season didn't go so hot. So, anyway, he'll be better next year. Trust me. We've seen too much good stuff out of him to think that, this is the norm for him. I am not in favor of the Jimmy Graham trade. I still believe that he can be a huge part of the integral part of our offense, and he really didn't have a bad year. I think everybody tends to overstate his that he's a bust, but the reality is he had a pretty decent year. He just isn't having the year that he had like in New Orleans, but he's never going to, because we're not that kind of offense, at least not at the moment. Let's see what else. I only got a couple minutes left here, guys, so I think the Falcons will win. Nice up. I don't listen to Future. What I think of Dak Prescott and his future. Dak Prescott is a very good quarterback. He's solid, makes pretty good decisions. Him and the running back, they both benefit by having offensive line that is awesome. So you have a great line, makes everybody look better, because the quarterback has time. He has time to make all his reads. He's got holes the back has holes to run through. All good things happen when it's when you have a great line. So as long as you have a good line, those guys are going to be in pretty good shape. All right, 2 minutes left. Do I think the Falcons can beat Green Bay? They have a lot of injuries. Yeah, I don't think the Green Bay secondary is banged up, and Falcons' passing attack, I think they're going to tear them up, even if Rodgers is great. A7X Fan 810. One thing Russell Wilson needs to do is not hold on to the ball too long and make smart moves and have the rest of the team together and improve our offensive line. Yes, true. And yes, Wilson did hold on to the ball a little bit too long, but it would help if the offensive line could give him more than like 2 seconds or 3 seconds, So it goes hand in hand. The line gives you more time. He has more time to see the reads. The routes have more time to develop. The receivers can get long stretch routes down the field. Everything opens up. Everything opens up when you have that work. So before I leave, Jody Theme wants another shout out. There you go, Jody Theme. Shout out to you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Did Super Bowl 49, this is from ULGXTIF, did Super Bowl 49 take away how you felt about Super Bowl 48? No. Those are two different games, and Super Bowl 48 will always be our first win, and I was fortunate enough to be at that game and be there with my dad at it, so that memory never goes away. Nothing takes that away. Super Bowl 49, I think just the bummer on that is thinking how you don't get any closer to winning a Super Bowl than 36 inches. And we should have won that game. And it doesn't matter what happens from now till eternity. I'll always wish we had won that game and should have won that game. And I was there. I would have been there to witness it right in front of me. And so, that's just always going to be one of those painful memories of being there and knowing how close we were, and how, if we'd won that game, the Patriots would have had 3 Super Bowl wins and we would have had 2 back-to-back. And that's how close it would have changed it. Now instead it's 4-1, and that was in just Russell's 4th year. So it's a bummer. It had so much going for us coming off of the way that whole season played out. Should have happened, but oh well. All right, last 2. Axel, favorite basketball team? Sorry, not following the NFL. Austin, who do you think the Seahawks are going to draft in position? well, I'm sure a offensive tackle is in there, defensive tackle, cornerback, safety, and I say those are primarily. All right, last one, and I gotta go. Empire Bacon Jr., would you rather have the Patriots lose in the Super Bowl or the Steelers lose in the Super Bowl? Huh. Well, I think I want both of them to lose. Boy, if the Patriots are going to have to be there, I hope they lose in the most heartbreaking of ways. That's all I can say. But no matter what, I hope it's anybody but the Patriots. So, all right. I got to go. Thank you guys for watching. I may live stream the NFC Championship, the championship games on Sunday. So somebody asked, am I going to do this again? So yes, I just might. So I'll be live. I'll let you guys know, but just check me out, and you'll see me on there if I do. Either way, have a great weekend. Enjoy the games this weekend. Wish we could be in there, but we'll be back. Trust me, we'll be back. All right, have a great weekend, y'all. Go Hawks. Gotta watch this. Off. Go Hawks.